Don't Argue With Me podcast. The topic is drip. Holding on 100 rounds, working to the sun with down.
Yo, this is another episode of the Don't Argue With Me podcast. It's ESB Dawson. I have a very special guest here, man. An honorable man, you know what I'm saying? A family man, a married man. You don't find that in a black man too much. So for all y'all women that dog black men, you know what I'm saying, and say we ain't shit.
Black men don't cheat.
We don't. You know what I'm saying? This is our representative. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamir Perry, man, what's going on, bro? It's been years since we used to work at FedEx together, by the way, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Back
like
in the
years
days,
ago, we used to be in the trench. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, what you been up to, man? Like, how you been, man?
Just living, you know.
Just living.
Trying to make some money.
You down in the A
nothing
now?
More, nothing less.
You down in the A now?
Not the A that you know though. I'm in Augusta, nigga.
You in Augusta? What's that?
That's not the Atlanta.
That's not Atlanta.
It's 2 hours from Atlanta.
So you say the suburb of Atlanta?
No,
but it's all suburbs out
nigga,
there.
it's 2 hours away from Atlanta.
Holy shit. Okay, so you just in Georgia. We'll just say Georgia.
Yeah,
I would just say Georgia. You still in the military and shit.
Absolutely.
Right? All right, you know what I'm saying? Well, my first question brings it to is like, how has being in the military? How's it been being in the military with the controversies that we face today, such as, you know, racism, oppression, and all this other stuff?
I mean, nothing about today changes it. It's been like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I think Trump has given more people like a little battery in their back to feel like they can.
Are you a Trump supporter or are you a Kamala supporter?
I'm neither.
You're neither? I don't fuck politics neither. Go ahead.
No, but I love politics. I don't think Trump is a good person, though. I'm more of the mindset that no one president will ever satisfy everything that I want, but I do like some of the things that he's done, and I hate other things that he's done. So, true. I mean...
I want to talk to you because one thing I hate that he's done is the abolishment of the U.S. Department of Education. I'm against that because that affects a lot of children with special needs and stuff like that.
Not only that, and then the crazy part is, it's like Republicans, they don't, something about Republicans just don't make sense to me. First, they say, oh, I don't want my taxes going here. But then at the same token of time, they don't care when those same taxes pay for tax cut for big billionaires.
I'm with his tax principle. Like, I'm with, you know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, like, you a working American.
Yes, sir.
I'm a working American.
Yes, sir.
So, bro, that gross and that net be real different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, I say,
you
man,
live in
if
New York, your gross and your net gonna always be real different.
It's real different. It can make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, you know, for some people, rent difference. You know what I'm saying? Or however, you know what I'm saying, for some people, depending on how much you make. But I feel like his proposal to abolish income tax. You know what I'm saying?
He's never going to do it.
Huh?
He's never going to do it.
What do you mean?
That's talk.
What do you mean?
It's talk. And it's good talk, too. It's a selling point.
Right.
But it's never going to happen.
Why don't you feel it will happen?
Because where are they going to recoup those taxes from? Because that is a big piece of
tax. You know, like, for example, the Bills are building the stadium. You know, the PSL, people don't know what PSLs are. PSL licenses. Like, yo, y'all gonna have to pay like $1,500 to $2,000 just to have the right to buy a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm sure they'll find a way. But I was asking another young lady. She was on pod episode 1. You know what I'm saying? And
go watch that, Chad.
Yeah, go check that out. She said, "Man, I'd rather the government, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Big homie me and guard my finances and take my income tax." I said,
socialism.
Yeah, like, right. So I'm like, and she has children, right? I don't have children. You understand? I'm like, no, I want to see all mine. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, hey, man, I don't see no income tax because my income tax, I don't get planes and shit back. You know, I don't get enough to buy a plane. You know what I'm saying? But these single mothers do. So they like, yeah, keep taking it. I love February. I love that time of the month or whatever. And it's like, but what they don't realize is when you do get your income tax, you still pay taxes on your income tax. I'm like, you're not ducking Uncle Sam. But I hear what you're saying. Your concern is, okay, if we do that, then because if you so as you taketh, so shall you giveth.
Absolutely.
So it's like, yo, where is it going to come from? So I understand your concern, I'm also concerned by it. But just, you know, for shits and giggles, I'm like, hell no, I would love to see my whole check and not have to.
So did you read into any part of the Trump tax cut, like the Trump tax, which, you know, that bill that they're trying to push for? and get put in.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read indefinite. You know, I just kind of
little tidbits.
little tidbits, little skim through it. Little TikTok videos. You know what I'm saying? A little something. I ain't really dug deep into it, but the gist I got out of it was, hey, yo, bro, they ain't gonna be in your check every week, but like you just sat here and said, yo, bro, like they gonna get it from somewhere else. You know,
so there's a piece in there that's wants to give a 5%. No, not 5. It wants to reduce like corporate tax from like 32% to like 14%. It also wants to give a tax break to the top 5% on property tax, which adds up to about like $3.5 like trillion or something crazy like that. Now they said how they're gonna recoup this money is they want to cut Social Security, cut Medicaid, cut all of these, government funded. But you know what pays those? Taxes.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. The taxpayer funds all
you would
that.
rather give that to the top 5%, like they need any more breaks?
No, I don't need no more breaks.
To the people that actually are dependent on Social Security?
All right, another question for you, dude.
Okay.
I already know your answer. Do you receive Medicaid? No.
No, my kids do, actually. So
okay.
no, listen. Because it's crazy.
I'm gonna let you,
the setup is nice. The setup is nice.
Don't incriminate yourself on here.
No. It's not like that. So all my kids is covered by TRICARE.
Okay.
That's the military insurance. Actually,
That's
everybody
what I'm saying.
Yeah, so they don't actually use Medicaid because all the facilities that we go to that are TRICARE approved, they aren't Medicaid approved.
Okay.
So like I'm paying out of pocket for my son's braces now because I
But
probably could have went somewhere. No, I don't got nothing. I'm broke. But the Medicaid allows us to get like a free YMCA gym membership. So she keep them on it just so we can go to the gym and take the kids to the gym and stuff.
All right, you know what
I mean, it works.
Yo, but my next question is, how do you balance the military and being a family man and being a father? How does that? Because it's tough. You know what I'm saying? I know. You move all the time. I thought you were in Ohio, and then you said, "Nah, bro, I'm in Georgia." You know what I'm saying? I know you move a lot. You move around. Yeah, you bounce around a little bit. You make good money. It's a good way of living. It's an honorable way of living too. Let me tell you. You really, I'm older than you, but I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You're doing better. Man, listen, you're doing better than a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And you're a stand-up guy. You're a great father. You're a great husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, and man, I'm gonna give you that. You know what I'm saying? But how difficult is it to balance? Because it's got to be a challenge.
I mean, this might sound super arrogant, but I got a bomb-ass wife.
Right. Talk about her.
She take that. When I say she handles everything, man. She at the house right now. I'm up here on the contract making money while I'm on leave from the military. So I'm double dipping. So I'm still getting paid by the military, but I'm also getting paid on this contract.
It's a hustler mentality. It's hustler ambition.
Somebody got to make money.
Come on.
But she still getting my kids up, putting them in school. Still doing our homework with them, still making dinner, still making sure they go to their doctor's appointments.
You don't worry
still
about
keeping the house clean, food in the cabinets, everything is still going.
Your house don't look like my house. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a woman's touch. It's food in the cabinets. Let me tell y'all something.
Big ass house.
Let me tell you something. You're right. You got a big ass house. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I stay on the east side of Buffalo. You got a big ass house in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them talk shit about me. Don't let them double it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a Buffalo nigga trying to make it.
No. See, that's the problem, son. We be too busy comparing. I don't compare nothing because this motherfucker that's around me that's getting money that I've never seen before.
Leave it to black people. We compare Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you don't have to. We don't have to do that.
They both getting theirs. They both getting theirs.
All right, so in the military, being a student of politics, how you feel about that Carmelo Anthony situation? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think his name is Arthur Metcalf. Austin Metcalf.
Yeah, that situation is actually.
We were talking about it on Facebook the one day.
I think the situation is more sad that a fist fight, or I don't know if it was a fist fight, but a fight between students has to end in a death. I never like that. Because, when we grew up, I don't know how it was for you, but, we a squabble and, kids that shake hands. You probably got friends that you fought before.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
But now kids is, they go into guns because, when you put it on social media, people get embarrassed. I just feel like, we don't know enough about the situation to truly be able to cast judgment. But what we do know is there's a lot of racist mofos on the internet just spouting crazy hate. But they never had this same energy for nobody else. Where was this same energy when Trayvon died?
True.
He didn't have nothing on him but a drink and a damn Skittles.
And I debate people. I say, and I feel like it's the wake up call that white privilege is dead. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's there.
It's there, but we killing it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say kill because YouTube might flag me for that word, but I feel like we're not our ancestors. Not saying that our ancestors were soft, but I'm gonna tell you something about these YNs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use the word, because we don't want to get flagged.
I feel like their aggression is directed at the wrong.
They wear skinny jeans and carry switches. Okay? So if bullying was present, bro, if bullying was present, then
he said they got.
Hey man, we should just be happy that he pulled out a knife. You know what I'm saying? Because. And that's why I said Austin Metcalf, and this is no shade because he shouldn't have died neither. He was a young man. He was somebody's son. He was somebody, because I don't care how racist white supremacists will never get me to hate my brother. You know what I'm saying? I got Caucasian brothers. I got Asian brothers. I don't hate no race. You know what I'm saying? But I am prejudiced because I'm inoculated to oppression. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be defensive to oppression. You know what I'm saying? At that. And as black people, we can never be racist. And I think, when I watch some of these journalists when they publish their posts or whatever, it's crazy how they lack, intelligence, because I still have to remind people. And these are, New York Times journalists and all that. Black people can't be racist. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible if you look at the definition. Yeah. It's a difference between being prejudiced and being racist. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, I kind of go through it and I'm like, okay, I can admit I'm prejudiced, but I don't hate nobody. I promise you. And I feel as though in that situation, Austin was not he was not an authoritative figure, but he might have felt like he could do that because he saw his mom, who may be a Karen, or his dad that may be a Karen, however. You know what I'm saying? Do it, so he felt that he can do it. And I feel as though it's shame on the adults that were, overseeing that event, that they didn't intervene and say, hey, bro, you're not supposed to be here. Austin should have never felt like he could, be put in that position to go, because they said that it's alleged that he put hands on him. And
the brother said he did.
Yeah. Oh man. So it's damn near in concrete.
In the first video,
yeah.
He made several. He said he did. I mean,
you can't put your hands on another man, bro. You can't. Even if you in the wrong, just being a man. I don't care if he black or white. You're not going to let no man come and put their hands on you and say, yo, you can't be no place you ain't supposed to be if they're not an authoritative figure. If you're just like me, I'm like, hold on. Get off me. I'm going to find out for myself.
Did you know that there's like a case that's similar to this going on right now, but it's not getting the media attention?
All right, what's up?
So a white dude brought a knife to school, stabbed a Hispanic. They fought in the bathroom, and he stabbed him up in the bathroom. He got $1 million bond that got reduced to $175,000.
What?
And that's how he bonded out. Now, everybody over here yelling because Carmelo, he got his $1 million bond reduced to $250,000.
Right.
But nobody's talking about this other case. And it's going through trial right now.
Media propaganda, Jamir.
And that is the problem.
That's media propaganda.
That's how they do it. And instead of being worried about kids having violence in schools, because they really don't care about it.
Nah.
Like, believe it or not, because if they did, they would have pushed legislation for gun control. Florida State,
stand your ground and shit.
That shooting that just happened there, sad. But they don't really care. Like Florida, the governor, he don't care for real. Because if he did, he would push for legislation. But he's not going to do that.
He's not.
Nobody's going to do it. Because they don't really care. You know what they care about? They care about the rights of women. They want to suppress women voters. But I don't even want to go.
That go too deep. That go too deep. But we can say that for the next one. But now my next question is: being in the military, is racism present in the military?
Oh, absolutely. So when I was here, I had a racist situation.
Be careful what you say though.
And I didn't realize that it was so. This is what I learned about black people. So black people don't go to combat jobs.
No, they don't.
Black people, they go to
cakewalk.
They want to be a supply. They want to be mechanics. They want to be cooks. All the black folk in the cooks, man. But that was my first mistake. When I first got in, I joined a combat MOS, and it was about 4 black people out of 70. Right here, because I was reserves, so I was stationed here in Lockport, and coming back from this training, like we was in Louisiana at JRTC for like 4 weeks. On the way back home, I got a ride dropped off by one of my sergeants. He there's a difference between black people and niggers. He said, he said this to my face. He said, I like you.
You let him say
you're,
that?
You're the
But you said that you could do.
Now, well, he was, an authority figure, but it was more.
You should have reported that.
He seen. Hey, reported to who? The other racists?
Yo,
I'm just keeping it a buck because.
But don't say too much to get yourself in trouble.
I mean, they can't do nothing to me. I'm duty now.
They can't do that.
They need to talk to some other
people. But still, they can harass you.
But
you know what I'm saying? I don't want that.
But nonetheless, like, he basically said, the ones that's on the corners in front of the stores, he said, those are the niggers. He said, but the ones that's like you that are doing the right thing, he said, those are the good black people.
So that's like,
and in my head, I'm like, there's no difference. That's because like, you couldn't tell the difference between me and
that's like us saying, okay, the white people that live on, because there's more white people that are dependent on public assistance than we do. Statistically. So we're gonna call them the crackers, and the other one's Caucasian. I disagree.
Do you know that more white people kill white people than black people kill black people? Did you know that more white people's on welfare than any other?
No, I know the welfare part. I know the welfare part.
Did you know that those red states, those Republicans that also push to destroy the Department of Education, depend on the Department of Education more than any other?
Same way with the Puerto Ricans and the Hispanics that voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? They're the first ones to get deported, dickheads. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. Because we back. Because listen, I didn't like Kamala. I ain't gonna hold you. Kamala Harris.
We already know her reputation.
I am not a fan of you. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason why I did it is because of, and you was a sister, and I felt like I was forced. You know what I'm saying? Because, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying?
We try to stick together when we can.
Right. But my last question is, like, what made you want to join the military? How you met your wife? Did you meet your wife in the military? Or how
Absolutely not. So what made me want to join the military is when I first went to UB, I partied myself right out of UB. I'm talking about that shit was lit. Litty. So I wanted the military to pay for my school. So me and my sister, we both supposed to sign the contract at the same time. So
shout out.
Long story short, I signed the contract before her, but then she signed it a little bit after me.
Okay, cool.
And I was in school for engineering, electrical engineering.
Right.
So I asked my recruiter, hey, can you put me into something that's close?
Right.
She put me into combat engineering. Bruh, combat engineers, they make explosives, they breach buildings, they do route clearance, and they find explosives like IEDs, and they blow them up. That's their job.
Not a bad career, brother.
No, it's a horrible career. The mortality rate is so goddamn low. Them niggas die. They go. They go.
But so how did you meet your significant other?
Oh, now that's a crazy story in itself. So, I was young. I had moved to Ohio. Started going to school out of there. Was with my brother out there. He actually, that was like the best thing that happened to me. Moving to Ohio, getting away from New York. Because I just had too much stuff going on in New York. I feel like a lot of people will have more success if they left their hometown. Not because they can't be successful in their hometown, but they have none of those hometown problems. No family problems.
Habits.
No cousin problems.
Habits.
No, you ain't going to that same club that you ain't going to that same hood. You ain't hanging out with them same people, so you ain't involved in none of that same drama. But long story short is I went to Ohio to be a correction officer. So I actually met my wife in prison. She was an inmate.
Okay.
She got into a fist fight at McDonald's in a white neighborhood and got sentenced to 4 years.
Okay.
For a 10-second fight. But she wanted an appeal, so she was in there for like 8 months.
Shout out to her, man. You know what I'm saying?
But she served in the Navy before that.
And they gave her they damn near slammed the law. They slammed the book down on her like that.
That's like going to jail in Cheektowaga.
But that's what America will do to you, man. You can give your service, and then some fuckery happens, some foolery happened, and they ready to slam the book down.
Now the whole time she was in prison, her bills were still being paid. Like she kept her house, she kept her car, so she was in jail taking care of her home better than some people out of jail.
Taking care of their home. Shout out to her, man.
No, I didn't like when I was in prison. She wasn't all that pretty or whatever. She was decent. She was decent. Listen, it wasn't until she got out that she was like that. I'm like, yo, what's that? Guy. She had like this little tennis ball fro. That shit.
I gotta stop him from talking because if she see this,
yo.
But by the way, his wife has a podcast on the way.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm gonna keep y'all updated, man. Because that's lit. Yo, her shit gonna be like her story. That story right there. Yeah. I'm gonna say, yo, you keep
it's gonna boom.
Because I didn't pay him enough to come and tell her story. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you when it's gonna go boom, it's gonna go boom. And we gonna all subscribe. But hey, man, I appreciate you, stopping in. You know,
For
what I'm
sure.
saying, showing
It's
the
been
love.
too long, son.
Hey, yo, the Cash App
It's
is
been too
gonna
long.
be in the corner somewhere. If it's $1, $5, whatever.
Get my man right.
Get me right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Take this shit to the next level.
we're creating content, trying to expand, trying to give a platform to people in Buffalo, New York, man. You know, East Side Buffalo, big East Side. But man, this my man Jamir Perry, man. This was my dog. We worked at FedEx together, man. He knew me before I had all this facial hair, before my hairline started going crazy, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never see my hairline, by the way, because I always have a hat on this bitch.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, but you know what I'm saying? This the Don't Argue With Me podcast, man. Happy, man. I don't celebrate Easter, but if you do, happy holidays to you and yours.
For sure.
God bless.
Stay safe,
We
yo.
out here.